All right, we're live. That took way longer than expected. I just had problem after problem after problem, let me tell you. All right, let's get these rods in focus. Lower that down some. There we go. The wind's kicking up. Holy moly. I might have to tie down my shelter here. I got a few of them casted out. Is my mic on? Yes. All right, yeah, I got a few casted out. Scott B, hello everyone. He says, you're the first one in here, Scott B. You're the first one in. I'll show y'all what I'm well, I'll wait for a couple people to come in and I'll show you what I'm about to cast. Glad to be here. Well, I'm glad to be here too. I hope we catch some fish. I had to make like 5 trips to the car to get all my stuff to this spot. Three people. Hit that thumbs up on your way in, everyone, so we can try to get this stream out there. It's hard to get people in at 1 a.m. We got one casted out, suspended under the balloon, the green balloon that I use. You can't see it, but it's down there. I'm up on a pier. The water's about 20 feet below. I got a drop net. Hopefully we'll need it. Well, that sticks to that. How about that? But it's not gonna stick and stay stuck. Trying to get this other black light situated. Maybe. We'll see. I'm using one of my dragon weights. It's like a zip tie. I'm bending my dragon weight around the frame of this pop-up shelter to attach my black light to it. Yeah, that helps a bunch. All right. Yellow Chickie, that's a new person. Don't ask them that. What state you in? I'm in Ohio, Scott B. Ohio. But right now I'm in West Virginia. But I usually fish out of Ohio. Welcome in, Yellow Chickie. That's a pretty cool name. What river? Ohio River. But this is a back channel. We're not on the main channel. It's way too windy. We got like 20-mile-an-hour gust. So we're on the back channel. I was waiting for some more people to come in to show y'all what we're casting. But as late as it is, that you're in Louisville, Kentucky, oh, you're in a good spot to be fishing, man. That's for sure. But here's we got a huge white bass head. And I slid it. I cut it like I was gonna cut it off at halfway, and then I stopped and then did a second cut. So it's nice and juicy. But we're about to drop that in. The bad thing is it's so hard to cast from up here, and it's so heavy I can't even really cast it. Not proper, but we're gonna try. Dang it, did I just rip my jacket? Oh, this fence, I tell you. I sure did just put a hole in it. Whoever designed this fence around this fishing pier never fished a day in her life, because every rod, this chain link, every rod I leaned up against it, my line got wrapped up into the chain link and I couldn't get it out. I mean, every single rod, because I'd set the rod up and the rod would twist and the line would just go right into that chain link. And just now my jacket got snagged on the chain link and ripped a hole in my raincoat. And I don't get it. Like behind me, like where you cast from, they have chain link, but all behind it, like all along the sides, on the left and the right, it's like nice welded steel bars, like what you'd expect to see on a fishing pier. But then over on the end, it's this ghetto chain link. I don't know. Maybe a flood. I mean, I know it floods, but maybe the original got, washed away by a flood, and they just put up this ghetto chain link. But it's horrible for fishing. That was a half decent cast, y'all. For as heavy as that dang thing is. We're just gonna put the clickers on it. And I got the Demon Dragon Brute suspending. And on this one we have a white bass fillet with the Whisker Seeker rattle float. This one will be able to cast good. Yeah, that was a good cast. I gotta put some sticks in the end of these rod butts so they stay straight. Oh, this rod butt fell off. It ain't gonna. All right, that's good enough, y'all. Kill this light, and we'll chill and wait. Leah DeSantis, likes done. Thank you. I appreciate it. 3 minutes away from the High River boat ramp. That's good. I am too, Scott B. When I'm laying in my bed at night, I can hear the barges going up and down the Ohio River. All right. Hurry up and wait. That's the name of the game. I was out earlier at the dam walleye fishing. We caught one walleye, one white bass, and about 5 sauger. I wanted to go on the boat tonight, but it's just too bad of weather for that. See how many we got out? 1, 2, 3, 5 rods out. Yeah, I don't know about this wind. I'm holding on to my pop-up shelter. I brought some paracord to tie it down. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to tie it down. A few people in here I never seen before. I guess because it's daytime on the other side of the world. Come on, Big Blue. Believe it or not, Scott B, there's hardly no blues in this part of the High River. And I don't know why. If you go upriver, there's blue cats. You go upriver about 60 miles, there's blue cats in abundance. There's like 3 or 4 dams you got to go through to get there. And if you go down south about 60, 70 miles through a few dams, blue cats in abundance. But this pool, there's not many. It's mile marker, like it runs mile marker like 70 to like 120. And there's just not many blue cats. They're in here. I've even had people argue with me saying that there's not blue cats. That's how little they are in this part. Me and my buddy was at the dam one night, and he's drinking, pounding some Busch Light, and he's going on and on how there's no blue cats, and I'm like, yes, there are, and we're arguing back and forth, and sure enough, fish on, and guess what it was? A blue cat. I don't like where I'm casted at because I'm familiar with this water. I've been out here in my boat, and basically, as far as I can cast, we're probably talking like 4, 5, 6 feet of water. And all that water has had hydrilla and grass and weeds growing all summer, and it didn't die off yet fully. So, in that 5, 6 feet of water, it's chock full of freaking plant life. I don't know. I almost wish I didn't bring these rods and brought just like some 6 or 7 footers with like 3/4 to 1 ounce sinkers or half ounce sinkers even, and casted them so I could get them out in the channel. If we don't catch nothing tonight, that's what I'm gonna do next time. Just bring 6 and 7 foot light rods and use like a half ounce to 1 ounce at the most. That way I can get out past the shallow with all that plant. Like I anchored in this stuff before right in front of this fishing pier. And when I pulled my anchor up, there's like 50 pounds of weeds and grass on it. That's how thick it is out there. It shouldn't be that thick now, because winter's coming. But as warm as it's been lately, a lot of that plant life is still green. Oh, yeah, there's flatheads. There's channels, flatheads. And there's blues, just not many of them. Like, see, up north of me, like northeast of me, like near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania stocks blue cats in the Ohio River. So there's like a bunch of them up that way. And down south of me, I think West Virginia stocks blue cats too down south of me. I think they just never stalked them in this pool, and that's why there's not many of them. But you never know. You could pull a freaking 100-pounder out, you know? Yeah, I'm really wishing I brought like 6 to 7 foot rods and just had like little 3/0 hooks and half-ounce sinkers and just whipped them out there. I feel like I wasted my bait at this spot. I've never fished this spot from. I fished it on my boat, but I've never fished it from the bank. Oh, and y'all can drop your links too if you want. Type dog on like my channel name, DOGAN, and Nightbot will drop your link. You can also do your weather. Type weather in your zip code. Nightbot will give the weather for your area. I got my triple hook rig out there suspended under a float, and that's the first one I casted. And I seen these big pile of leaves floating down river, and I just thought it was leaves on the surface, so I didn't think nothing of it. And I look, and my pole's starting to bend and bend and bend, and the clicker's clicking. Well, it wasn't just leaves; it was the hydrilla and the weeds, all like a huge mat of it. It probably weighed 1,000 pounds. I couldn't budge it, couldn't bring it towards me, couldn't get my line out of it. I had to break off. Yeah, I meant to go live earlier, but I was working. I went fishing in the daytime and then went back to work at night. Ned, Scott, you gotta type weather in your zip code, or just type dog on if you're trying to drop your link. DOGAN to drop your link. I should have set up on the boat ramp because it's not like no one's gonna be coming at this time of night. I brought an apple pie and some Vienna sausages, and I cannot find them. I swore I put them in my car. No, Scott B. If you want to do your link, you just type DOGAN like this, like my channel name, and Nightbot will drop your link. Just put doggone with an A. Trying to get weather. Just type weather and your zip code. Like this. Weather and your zip. I had such a hard time. It was impossible to cast those orange rods. Because I use them for suspending. And I usually suspend like 10 to 15 ounces of weight. I just release the bail and just let it go down. But trying to cast them is impossible. One problem is when you're letting line out, the line guide does not go back and forth, back and forth. It just gets stuck on one side. So the line guide's on the left of the spool and it's trying to peel line off from the right of the spool and it just binds up. I wish I had a wagon. I'm not looking forward to carrying all my stuff back to the car. Not at all. You got similar weather to what I have. It was snowing this morning and today, and now it started out snow this morning, and then in the afternoon it changed to sleet, and then at night it actually warmed up and dark or dark rain at dark. I was watching someone fish earlier on the live from Tennessee, and they caught some white bass, but the catfish just were not biting. That left rod, I don't know if you can see the tip, but it looks like there's a bite, but it's not. It's my balloon I'm using as a bobber bouncing in the waves. We got white bass and chicken breast out there. No, I never heard of it, Scott B. I'm not familiar with anything in Indiana. You ever watch Greenwell Fishing? I think he's from Indiana. He fishes the Ohio River. His channel's Greenwell Fishing. He catches some beast. I think he fishes like I think Greenwell fishes Newburgh Dam. Does that sound right? If he's in Indiana, Newburgh Dam. You ever hear of that? Shoot, you're in Louisville. You can go to CatCon easy. You can probably walk to CatCon. Yeah, I need to get me some catfish rods that I can cast. Because I'm usually in the boat. I just open the free spool it and just let the line out. And then close the spool. Lock the spool down when I got as much line out as I want. Because the green ones, the rods are too flimsy to cast any kind of weight. And the orange one, the reels are too big and bulky to cast good at all. Maybe if we eat some food, we'll get a bite. I forgot to put the bell back on this one. I figure my suspended rig under the float would have got a bite or got a fish. It's got a triple hook rig with 3 pieces of chicken breast on it. Usually them catfish can't resist that chicken breast. 10 foot out of the boat. You must have a big boat. I'd never have room for a 10-foot rod in my boat. I use actually I use them orange ones. They're like, I think 7 feet. Yeah, 7. The green ones are 8 feet. The orange ones are 7. I want to get some little short 5-foot boat rods. When I bought them orange ones, they're offshore anglers, and I had a chance to get ones that were 6 feet. And I went with the longer ones. I wish I would have went with the shorter ones. That's a nice boat. Yeah, mine's only 15 foot. I favor the shorter rods because I don't have that much space. And I have a center console T-top, and it's not that tall. So when you get long rods, even the 8 feet ones hit the center console T-top. I'm getting chilly. Usually when I'm catfishing, I'll give it 4, 5, 6 hours, but I have like zero confidence in this spot just because the water situation out in front of me. Like straight down, like right below the fence where the rods are, it's like 6 inches deep. And then it tapers off. But even like 15 feet out from the where the rods are, it's probably only 2 feet. Which that don't mean nothing. I've caught plenty of big fish in shallow, 2 feet of water. But that water is so thick. It's like a forest out there with all the hydrilla and grass and whatever all that stuff is it grows. Like it's so thick, I don't even think a fish would try to swim in it. They would just avoid it. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, great. Here comes another one of them leaf flotillas. It looks like it's just leaves, but it's freaking. It's like a 20 feet by 10 feet mat of weeds and leaves and debris. See, that one looks like just leaves. But that's what I thought about the last one. And it freaking broke me off. There's a tire. Well, these, let's see. Oh, dang it. That's them orange ones. I can't even cast them things. Yeah, I'm going to have to reel that in because it's about to get tangled. I actually do have a smaller rod I can put some light weight on and cast out. I brought it to jig. Actually, I might just tie the jig on, do like I was planned. That's another problem too. My leaders, these are leaders from dragging weights, the dragging rig. The leaders are way too long to be casting. Look how long that is. The sinker's at the tip of the rod. It's like a 4-foot leader. I got everything working against me. But we'll try to cast this puppy again. Oh, these things are so hard to get to stay. There we go. And this one, I couldn't even cast it. I just had to swing it. Might just do that again. Oh no. Alright. Oh, we are tangled. Dang it. Alright. Yeah, this is the problems I'm having right now, is the problems I was having before I went live. I was like, I went through hell getting things situated to go live. Man, that's like so shallow. And that's my best bait. That's the head bait. We're going to try to do something with it. I don't know. I don't know what, but we're going to try. Oh my goodness. Somebody put me out of my misery. How did that happen? The freaking head. No, it didn't. Oh, that's not even head bait. But the insides fell out of the bait to where all it is the shell and the skin. I almost wish I didn't even come catfishing now. I wish I went back up to the dam and continued walleye fishing. Because we were catching fish then. I feel like I'm a circus performer trying to swing this bait out there. I feel like I'm watching one of them trapeze artists. Good Lord, that's as good as it's going to get. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Cold Creek Billy, how are you? How old are you? Curtis, how old are you? I'm 40. Cindy, howdy, howdy. Viking. Somebody say Ed Evans? Fish Haiti fall. Yeah, fish on Ed Evans. I thought you meant he was in chat. I'm like, where's he at? Yeah, I watch him. I've talked to you before, Scott B. Either in my chat or somebody's chat. I remember your name. But Scott B, do you watch Greenwell Fishing? You said you was from Louisville. He fishes down that way. I think Indiana. Like Newburgh Dam, I think he says. Does that sound right? Indiana, High River, Newburgh Dam. Yeah, I seriously wish I just went back up to the dam walleye fishing. Because I've never fished this spot from the bank. I fished it from the boat. And straight down, it's 6 inches deep straight down. And I can see it's so shallow, I can see the bottom about 20 feet out with a flashlight. Like I said, it was like 4 or 5 or 6 feet out. It's not, it's like 5 or 6 feet deep. It's not even that deep. Like I can't even cast my lines into the 5 foot water. And the shallow water is not the problem. It's the grass and the hydrilla that grows in it. It's so thick. I don't think any fish could get up in there or would want to get up in there. I do have this rod. I brought it to jig, try to catch some walleye or sauger. I'm debating on putting a 1/2 ounce sinker and a small like 2 or 3/0 hook, because this I could actually cast into the channel, into the deep water, or do what I originally planned and work a jig while I'm waiting on a catfish to bite. I do not know. You made it home, Cindy. That's good. You know, I was at work earlier this evening and got done test driving a car, and I had you guys on the TV inside. And when I got out of the car in the parking lot, like 30 feet from the building, I could hear Travis going, woo, from inside on the TV. And I had the doors shut and everything, garage doors closed, and I could hear him. Like I got out of the car from that test drive and was instantly smiling because I could hear him. Yeah, I'm gonna work a jig, see if we get snagged up or catch something. And then if we get snagged up and broke off a couple times, then we'll put a catfish rig on. Although I'm not sure where I put my bag with my jigs. Yeah, I never fished this spot from the bank. I fished it on the boat, out around it, but I've never actually casted from the bank. I should have just went to the boat ramp. The boat ramp's like 60, 70 yards, and there's no one going to be going to the boat ramp in this weather, this late at night. Oh, I better plug my, or start charging. Ouch! I thought something stung me, and it was a hook. I got poked by the hook ever so lightly, and it felt like a sting. Is my phone charging? Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I had all the energy. I was ready to go. But after making 5 trips from the car carrying stuff down here, it kind of took it out of me. I do got some coffee. I do got some coffee. If I don't drink the coffee tonight, I'll be drinking it in the morning. Actually, be nice to wake up and have nice hot coffee already made. That's what I did last time I made coffee. I drank some of it, but not all of it. And the next morning, cracked the thermos open and it was still steaming. Alrighty. We're gonna work this jig. It's a little 1/4 ounce jig head with a Mr. Twister curly tail grub. We'll play around with this for a bit and then oh, is that another leaf mat coming? At least it ain't as big as the last one. But yeah, we'll work this jig. Get snagged and broke off a few times, and then I'll tie a catfish rig on. This one here looks like it's getting a bite, but it's not. That's the one with the balloon on it as a bobber, and the balloon's blown in the wind. Oh, I just about cast it in a tree. Like I said, I've never fished here before. Now it's snowing again. Well, that's the first fish action I've seen. Something's jumping out there. I like I miss I was saying earlier how convenient it is to bank fish versus dealing with the boat and having the trailer. But at the same time, I wish I was on the boat. Because if we're not getting no action on the boat, we just go somewhere else, or just drag. I always drag. If I'm catfishing, I'm dragging baits. I anchor sometimes, but usually dragging. Bank fishing's like being anchored. But if you're anchored, at least you can move. Bank fishing, you're like stuck. I mean, at least at 2 in the morning, you're stuck. Because if I go anywhere else, it's gonna be home. Now, if it was daytime, I would definitely be moving spots. Yeah, I can't believe I carried all this stuff down here. Because I already know I'm not staying long. Like, I'm already ready to go. Like, if I only had one trip to carry my stuff down here, I would have already left. But the fact it took me 5 trips, that's making me stay longer. Because I'm not looking forward to carrying all that stuff. And I would at least like to get one since I went through all the trouble to get her here and get set up. There's our first snag on the jig. All right, we're breaking off because I ain't. Come on, break. Get out of the tree. Tonight is just not my night. If I wasn't so hard headed, I would have just stayed home after getting home from work. But I get in my mind, I'm going fishing. We're going fishing and nothing's stopping us. Yeah, I don't know why they would put chain link on the fishing pier. You just get your line anywhere near that chain link and it's tangled 10 different ways. And they at least could have put the chain link. There's like, the rail. They at least could have put the chain link on the you know, on the outside of the railing instead of on the inside. Like 3 of my 5 rods, the line is tangled in the chain link. You know what I'd like to have right now? Some pizza. Like I don't even think Papa John's pizza is that good, but there's times that you crave Papa John's. That garlic sauce that they give you. Hey Chuck, what's happening? There's no one in here. It says one person. That's all right, cause like I said, I'm not feeling it tonight. I'm kind of upset that I came out. I should have just stayed home and made plans to come out in the morning. It might even be better weather, and I take the boat out. Did an early morning fishing trip. That's what I should have done. Go pull some planter boards tomorrow. What time is it? 2, 3, 2 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna give it about 10 more minutes, and we're gonna call it. Then that way we can get a decent start tomorrow in the daytime. We'll pull some planter boards tomorrow. I'll probably go live widescreen, normal YouTube view. That way we can see the planter boards and all the rods. I sure wish I had a wagon though to put all my stuff in. I got half the mind to just drive my car right down here and load up, but there's like a park, and it's all grass and it's near the river, and it's pretty soft because it floods so often. It looks like nice grass from the park, but I'm pretty sure we probably start to sink. The car's all-wheel drive, but it's just got normal old tires on it, so not to mention if the law came through and then see me driving my car through the park, they probably wouldn't be too thrilled. I do know though, if I ever come back here again, I'm bringing small, lightweight rods. Like something you'd bass fish with, or trout fish with, or walleye fish with. Something that I can put like a half-ounce sinker on and a small hook and actually cast it, like get it out there. Cause these pins, they're more for like trolling. I use them for dragging. I just open the clicker and just let the line spool out on its own. Trying to cast them is like impossible. I wish I would have saved that white bass head for tomorrow too. We still got a whole bunch of that white bass left, but I wished I would have saved the head. Why does my reel sound like that? I think that striper messed my reel up last night. I think it was last night. I'm too tired. I can't even think right. But that striper that spooled me, I think it jacked my reel. It's making an awful sound. Hey, Thunderstruck. Yeah, guys, I'm just not feeling it tonight. This spot is horrible. I've never fished it before. I knew it was like a nice spot as far as it's a fishing pier. There's a picnic table. There's room to put my pop-up shelter. Oh shoot, I'll just take it out of the holder and show you. But yeah, there's picnic table. I got room for my pop-up shelter. Easy rod holders, the fence. Why they'd put chain link on there is beyond me. Like, my lines get tangled 10 different ways just going anywhere near it. I poked 4 holes in my raincoat. They should have oh shoot, you can't see. Like, see that tubing? That's the kind of fencing they should have. But for some reason, where you actually fish at, they put freaking chain link. And when the river floods, there's my balloon. When the river floods, all the trash and debris and leaves and garbage bags and diapers gets hung in that chain link. But yeah, that chain link's like the dumbest idea ever. Service. I'd bring a little 6 or 7 footer rod with like a spinning reel that I could put like a 1/2 ounce sinker on and a little 2 or 3/0 hook and actually cast it out there, you know. I'm gonna unplug my mic for a second. But yeah, see how shallow? Like, there's a tire. There's a tree or branch. Like, that's how shallow it is out there. That white thing, that's my float and a piece of chicken breast. And the sinker's on bottom. And it's like a 2-foot leader. And it's floating on the surface. You know, I got the float to bring it up off bottom, but it's so shallow, it's on the surface. And it's like that. You could see like good ways out there. And there's my other bait. You can see it. Like, I mean, you can take a flashlight and shine it around and be like, yep, there's no fish here. But if I had to, I'm snagged on this dang fence again. See, this is what I'm talking about. Freaking ripped a hole in it again. Goodness gracious. Get me out of here. But if I come again, I'm going to bring a little rod like this. And we'll put little 1/2 ounce sinkers and little hooks. And we can actually cast it out there into the deep. And here comes one of them freaking grass mats again. It looks like leaves, but it's hydrilla and grass, and it weighs like 500 pounds. Oh shoot, I gotta reel that line in. I'm gonna end it, y'all. Like I said, I'll be live tomorrow as long as the weather allows for it. I'm gonna try to get the boat out and drag some planer boards. Anyone that watched, I'll give you a refund. Now, catch you later. I gotta get this line in. Bye.